Too shy of the 30. On first down, Hurd. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Washington. Jalen Hurd, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. You talk about explosion plays. There's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready, 56, Mike, 56. It's a 6. Put it now. 56.
Brissett to throw on first. He finds his target. It's Evans. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. First carry now for Jordan Howard. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
And think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches are giving him, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
Looking to throw on second down. Brissett. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
56, check 56.
Out of the gun, Brissett. Airing it out deep for Smith. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
Eli Apple up from his corner spot to make the play.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Let's get it. Down. Check 55.
On third down, Hurd. And he is not going to get the first down as they'll spot this at about the 28. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on fourth down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right, the social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
He's checking. Kill. Turn it up. Let it go.
Try the right side with Howard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. And Lutz puts this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Hurd. And he lost the football. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now it's Haskins. A screen to Bell. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
It's a gain of 6. And the Redskin first down.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Redskins 7, Saints 3.
They'll run on first down. Hurd. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. On second down now, Hurd. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. They'll try the left side. Hurt. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Throwing, Brissett escaping the pressure right. And this is caught by Evans. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Hey, hold on, 56. Check 56. I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby.
On second down, it's Howard.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Check 50. Switch. Slam. 56.
Brissett. That's complete to Meredith. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Brissett sets to throw it. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
To throw is Brissett. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. The kick by Lutz is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a 1st down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. So now they operate back from their side of the field here, 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. He's going to let this one go deep. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball. A little dangerous. Could have been picked. Now it's third down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Haskins. Room to run inside the 40. Catch is made by Hurd. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Give him 32 on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Now Bullock to add the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6.
Makes the score Redskins 14, Saints 6.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs. I'm just
looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
On first down, Hurd. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Throwing on second down. Haskins slings this deep from McLaurin. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now third down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. Go. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up.
From the 25 on second down. Brissett, complete. Smith has it. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Hey, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. Mike 56. Mike 56. Let's make it.
Brissett on first down. He sets to fire deep. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. The Redskins on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And an alley to run. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Haskins looking to throw on first down. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. And now it's second down. Second and 10. Here's Haskins again. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Ready? Come on, boy. 56. Check 56. You must be dreaming. 56. Mike's 56. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. 56. Mike, 56. Right there, right there. 50. Oh, Trot. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He gets this into the hands of Kirkwood. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. And Lutz's kick is good. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
The Redskins take
Let's go.
over first and
Let's
10
go.
at their own 25-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Redskins who have the lead here. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. On 2nd and 12, Brissett. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick, and it's 3rd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Here's Brissett. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Play action. Haskins. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he can't.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. He was able to pick up 6 yards there, so that leaves him with a 3rd and 13.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. He's going to look deep down the field. This is caught inside the 15. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll keep it on the ground. Hurd, 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. So can this New Orleans defense stand tall again? 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Jalen Hurd, his second. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
56. Check 56. It's our time. It's our time.
A first down throw for Brissett. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The linebacker Jordan Hicks flying in there for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Now Brissett. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, here's Brissett. And this one complete to Smith. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be fourth down. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They're going to try and throw. The open man is Smith. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
56 the mic. 56 is the mic. I got you. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. Get this. You're all mine. Go. 56. Mike, 56. All right.
Brissett again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches.
56, the mic, boys. 56. Check 56. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass.
Into the air once more. It's Brissett. Going to throw right side here. Complete. Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. Third down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
Brissett to throw on first. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Jordan Hicks able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Brissett. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Monte Nicholson picks it. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a second and 1.
Out of bounds at midfield. A gain of 9 brings up second and 1.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. We have played 3 quarters, and that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now Bell stopped up behind the line as he's going to wind up losing a couple here. A loss of 2 there, second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Check, 47.
Now a drawn play. This is Bell. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. Looking to throw, Haskins. Being chased out left. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. That one goes for 30 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Now on 2nd and 13. Haskins. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Ed Oliver in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
How many times have we sat with coordinators, and especially the defensive guys, they've talked about big plays, sacks. They often come in bunches. Well, it may not be a bunch here, but that is the 3rd sack of the game for them.
And around sack 3 or 4, I would think it starts to get in the quarterback's head a little bit.
Not just the quarterback, the offensive play caller, the offensive line, knocks people off balance and changes what they normally do.
Here's Haskins to throw, eluding the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Jalen Hurd, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustain. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Deron Payne, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Watch the twist. He's crashing.
Running with Howard. Got some room at the 30. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jordan Howard, 84 yards. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now they'll try the sweep with Bell. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Again, it's Bell. Uses the stiff arm. Here's Jordan Berry now. Always a good sign when you're... And look at this, it's a fake. And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Jordan Hicks able to record his 5th sack of the season. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a gain of 4, but it'll bring us now to a 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal, Howard. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. Jordan Howard with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are back within a single score. They do tack on the extra point as well, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
Let's go. Let's go. At their own 26-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Yeah, another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. On 2nd down, it's Bell. Sheds a second man.
He's building up some momentum, isn't he?
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he's got Le'Veon Bell. Kiss him goodbye. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Now the Redskin offense will stay out there and go for 2. They're going to try and run. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game. The 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
A boost here to start the drive after the penalty. It's 1st and 5. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker T.J. Watt there on the coverage. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Throwing, Brissett. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 5. On the toss play, Howard. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. 56 the mic. 56 is the mic. Watch the pass, watch the pass. Here we go, here we go.
Now Brissett on 4th down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's picked by the linebacker T.J. Watt, and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Bell. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So hail to the Redskins as they get the victory here. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Washington, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll have